Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. I played Fair and Lions, Upgrade Your Man. It was really meant to be a joke, guys. I'm sorry, it's a poor joke because now we're going to be chatting about how you can upgrade your life by using AI. Is it a friend or foe? We're going to chat this morning about the role of AI in marketing and communications. And this morning, I want to welcome Sales and Marketing Executive at Media Insight, Joelle Moniquette, as well as LaShawn Ramden, who's the CEO of Ramden Digital Consultancy, and she's the president of PR Association of Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning.
How are you all doing this morning?
Hi, thanks.
Very well.
All right, Joelle, let me kick it off with you. Tell us a
Sure.
little bit about Media Insight and what you guys do.
Sure. Media Insight, we have been around this is actually our 12th year, celebrating on July 1st. So we're a media monitoring organization where we bring all your media monitoring needs in terms of alerts, social listening, as well as digital ads. And we bring everything into one portal, and we're able to bring that to your brand and any brand mentions throughout Trinidad and across 19 Caribbean countries.
Okay, so is it that people specifically pay you to be able to say, all right, I want to collect my data based
Yes.
on how much time is my ad play or my song play or whatever the case may be?
Correct, because they're not able to always listen to these things,
Yes.
and they might miss it.
You're right.
So what we have a team that pulls everything together and delivers it on a daily basis.
All right, and now this whole role of AI is actually a seminar that's happening on the 27th of June.
Correct.
Tell me why Media Insight felt it necessary to have this seminar.
So at first, Media Insight actually uses AI already because in terms of analyzing the actual sentiment that is put towards the conversation, the AI determines what type of it's neutral, positive, negative. So
What do you mean? Sorry, break that down for me. The AI determines if it's neutral, positive, or negative.
correct. So
How
it reads the content,
Right.
and it will put a sentiment towards it. So if it's positive or negative. But what we have is the human element onto it, where we have our staff members rechecking that content to make sure that is what is being said. So this is what it led to when we see things like ChatGPT and Jasper coming out. These things are already in the atmosphere.
Right.
But the human element is what we are showing that is still needed in order to recalibrate all that information.
All right. Now, there's a term that I've been hearing, generative AI. Right? Is that what ChatGPT and all those things are as well?
Not really.
Let me come across to LaShawn. Let me come across to LaShawn. LaShawn shaking head like, you don't know what you're talking about, sir. Talk to me, LaShawn.
All right, so as you said, generative AI, now there's two types of AI. Narrow AI, which are processes that the computer could only do the specific code that it was
designed to do.
for.
Right.
Right? Generative AI is capable of self-awareness. All right, so
What in the iRobot is this I hear here?
right. So generative AI is able to come up with its own ideas and such, just like how humans, we are able to use our imagination to draw and
Yeah.
make stories. Generative AI can create new pictures, write stories, compose music, and even come up with new ideas. What it does is looks at lots and lots of data, lots of data sets, and it learns from that and then creates its own similar versions of what it is that we basically fed into it. And that is how it's able to have a mimic imagination sort of
A
thing.
mimic imagination, because what it's
Yes.
really doing is it's drawing from what already exists to
Right.
create something new.
Yes.
But it doesn't come up with brand new ideas.
Yes, it can.
Interesting.
Yes, it can.
Should we be concerned about that? I've seen
No.
one too many movies about generative AI that come up with brand new ideas and decided that we, the people that created that same said AI, are kind of like we now on the back burner.
Well, there are pros and cons to everything, but I do believe that right now is something of concern.
Okay.
Because what it's basically being used now is for processes in terms of jobs and the repetitiveness of certain jobs.
Right.
Right. So like say in the manufacturing industry where you're moving this brick or this piece of thing from one place to the other and you have humans doing that.
Right.
Instead of using your human workforce to be doing those repetitive things, you put AIs in place to do that and use your human workforce to assist with more complex processes and again the human-centric side of it.
I want to get into an example of using it for marketing and communication specifically, because that's what the seminar is ideally about, right?
Right.
So, like, I know, for example, it's easy to say, let me go on ChatGPT and write a proposal and send it to a marketing person hoping for sponsorship, as the case may be. But
Right.
how else can we use that artificial intelligence for marketing and communications?
So just like what Joel was saying, media insights and in terms of marketers, the AI can look at sentiment across all your social media platforms and then say, this is negative sentiment, this is positive sentiment. And
Right.
you can use that to enhance or develop a better way of communicating with your audience, right? There's also, well, I would say an ethical side of it that marketers and communication professionals need to be aware of also, because AI can, compress and process and compile and analyze all this data, inclusive of personalized information. And we need to be responsible on how it is that we are using that information within our marketing campaigns, because they are going to be you need to consider transparency, data policies, and consent for using people's.
Those terms and conditions. Those terms
Right.
and conditions. Joel, in the seminar happening next week, is there going to be focus on things like security? What are some of the topics that we're going to be discussing in the seminar?
We have several topics. So we have a keynote speaker who is the VP of Operations at Media Insight.
Right.
So that's Joe Taylor. So he's going to start it off with the media intelligence, the pitfalls and promises. Then we're going to go to a panel discussion where it's led by our moderator, who is Kamal Georges of TSTT, sorry.
Close. You put an S in between. Go ahead.
TSTT. And then it goes into the breakdown. So we have LaShawn talking on the communications and PR side. We have Tarita Kalu, who is an attorney at law. She's going to be deeping
From the law, because
Yes.
like you mentioned, we need to put different policies in place to be able to make sure that the AI doesn't.
Correct. So
Yeah.
she's speaking on the legal and ethical considerations. Then we have Mark Lindesir, who is going to be speaking on the topic of journalism, how it's affecting the journalism landscape.
All right. But he also writes for the digital aspect of the paper as well, in terms of
Correct.
technology and that kind of thing. All right, nice.
Correct. And then we're also going to go into the marketing, digital marketing powered by AI, where it's going to be Brother Nelson of Caribbean Ideas and Apps.
Nice. All right. So it's a nice, well-rounded panel when it comes to marketing specifically,
Correct.
and using AI for marketing.
Yeah.
How do people get access to this fantastic seminar? How much does it cost? Where do we go? Give me the full rundown.
Full rundown. So it's taking place next week, Tuesday, at the Chamber. The fee is $450 plus VAT, and it's going to be a breakfast seminar. So you could register at our landing page. So it's media-inside.com/friend-or-foe. Or if you don't remember that, you could just simply send an email to sales@media-inside.com and just request that you would like to come.
All right. Well, let me thank you both for joining us this morning and for sharing some time, and congratulations in advance. I think it's a nice initiative because the conversations need to be had, and I think people can learn a lot from it. So I look forward to seeing what fruit comes out of next week Tuesday's seminar.
Sure. Thank you
All
for
right,
having
guys.
us.
We take a quick break and we come back with more Inside the Now Morning Show. Please stick around.
Your man is a brand.